Okay, on this video we will talk about inequalities. Let's remember some things about it, such as x is greater than 5. Here, as you see, we didn't write x equal 5. When x equal 5, we exactly know what's the value of x. But here we know x is more than 5, which is that sign is show us greater than. So if I say x is less than 5, x is less than 5, so that's all. X must be less than 5, any number, 4, 3, 2, 4.5, 4.7, but not 5, 4.9, 4.99, but x cannot be equal to 5. Another example, if you want to, here these are inequalities. Today we are going to talk how we solve one-step inequalities. As x is not equal 5 here, but there are some inequalities. I can say x is greater than 5 or equal. X is greater than or equal to 5, or x is less than or equal to 7. Why not 5? 7 this time 7. So these are some inequalities. That's the show us there's a value and it has a limit. So it cannot be greater than 7. It cannot be greater than 5. It cannot be less than 5. In here, it cannot be less than 5. So this kind of sign, that sign show us an inequality. We are talking about inequality. So there is a limit. There are infinite solutions maybe, but for x there is lots of infinite value for x, but not less than 5, not more than 5. So we call this kind of written in mathematics inequalities, not equal. As I told you, today we are going to solve some examples, one-step inequalities. Maybe in another video, next video, I'm going to solve multi-step inequalities. Let's start the first question. There is a 12 is less than x plus 6. So if I take away this 6 from the both sides, 12 minus 6 is 6. So less 6 minus 6, that will be 0, and 0 plus x, it will be x. 6 is less than x, that means x is greater than 6. If 6 is less than x, that makes x is greater than 6. So we need to show on the number line. I can say that 0 is here, 6 is here, so x is greater than 6. So 6 is not included. Let's write, use different color here. 6 not included, so I'm going to draw an empty circle on the 6, and the right side of the number line is all time greater than 6. 7, 8, 9, 6.1, 6.2. So that's the graph of the solution. And let's continue with another one. Let's draw here a line. Okay. W plus 3 is greater than or equal to 4. So minus 3, that will be 0. 0 plus w, it will be w greater than or equal to 4. Minus 3 is 1. Okay, let's come there. Let's draw a large one so I can shrink it. 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2. So 1 is into the solution because there is an equal sign as you see here. So I fill this circle, and w is greater than 1. So it can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1.1, 1.2, 2.7. All these points on the number line, the right side of the 1, is into the solution. So this is the graph. Let's shrink it here and put it there. No problem, let's stay here. Okay. Let's solve another example, and I'm going to let you draw that one. I'm not going to draw the number line here. So there's a negative 5 plus x. If I want to cancel this 5, I can add both sides of the inequalities plus 5. That will be 0, and only x is here, less than or equal. Minus 20 plus 20 is negative 15. X is less than negative 15. So let's go with another example. Plus 12, plus 12. So negative 12, positive 12, it will be zeros, and there's only m is here. Greater than. Minus 11 plus 12 is 1. M is greater than 1. So you can draw the same idea, these two graphs. I'm going to draw one of them. I'm not put the details. Let's say 0 is here. Minus 15 is the left side of the 0. So Negative 15, as you see, there's an equal sign. So negative 15 include solution. Draw a fill circle and left side of this number line. So left side of the number line. And m is greater than 1. Let's draw a big one I have placed here. 0, 1. So m is not include the solution. Draw an empty. And the right side of the inequalities include the solution. Why? M is greater than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are all greater than 1. So all these numbers include solution. And even decimals, fractions here, they all include our solution. Okay, let's solve this one. This time I'm not going to add addition or subtraction because as you see there's no constant number. These are coefficients. As you see that's coefficient negative 4, no, not negative 40, not 8 is coefficient over 3 here. It's 1 over 3 coefficient. So let's see how can we solve that one. As there's 3 times b greater than 27. If I divide both sides by 3, 3 divided by 3, 1. 1 times b, it makes b. So b is greater than 27 divided by 3 is 9. b is greater than 9. So it's same with the praised one. 0, 9 is here, and you see 9 is not included the solution. There is no equal sign as such as small line. So all numbers greater than 9 is include our solution such as 10, 11, 30 and 9.1, 9.2, 10.7. This kind of all decimal and fraction. These are all right side of the number line and it include our solution. That's the solution set we called. Okay, put it here. What about that one? I'm going to divide it by 8 divided by 8. 8 divided by 8, 1. And 40 divided by 8 is negative 40 divided by 8, negative 5. Greater than or equal n. So you can draw the same idea. Let's do it. 0, negative 5. This time negative 5. As you see there's an equal sign. So I need to fill this circle on the negative 5. And n is smaller than these numbers. So less than negative 6, negative 7, negative 8. So the left side of the here n is smaller. So negative 5 is bigger than n. So I can tell you n is less than or equal negative 5. Continue the next one. X over 3. So if I multiply, let's write here x over 3 greater than minus 6. So if I multiply both sides by 3, so let's multiply that one by 3. 3 divided by 3, 1. So I get only x is here greater than negative 18. So same idea, you can draw the number line. Let's put a number line 0, minus 18. This time negative 18 is not include our solution, so empty circle. So x is greater than negative 18. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the right side of the negative 18 on the number line. So I'm not going to solve question 8. You can try the same idea. You need to divide by 24 by 24. This time the difference is t is less than or equal 1 over 4. So not an integer. This time we get an fraction. Here, as you see, we do operation, we multiply or divide it by positive numbers. That's important part. When you divide it by negative number or when you multiply by a negative number, both sides of the inequality, the sign of inequality will change its sign. If it's less than, it's changed to greater than. If it's greater than, it's going to be less than. Let's divide it by minus 2. So that's a negative 2 times x. If you divide by negative 2 and negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 will be 1. So I will get here only x. But because of I divided both sides of negative, so it will be less than. It was greater here, as you see now. It's changed to less than. Be careful there. So negative 10 divided by negative 2 is 5. X is less than 5. I hope graph part is okay. So minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is not include an empty circle and all less than this 5 is solution, our solution set. After that, I'm not going to draw the graph. You can handle this drawing graph part. So that's a y over negative 2 greater than or equal 8. Actually, instead of that one, the question can be same. It will be same that way. Negative y over 2 greater than or equal 8. So they are same. In that one, you must multiply both sides by negative 2 and you need to multiply by negative 2. Negative, negative, positive, 2 divided by 2 will be 1. So only y is here. Y is, because I multiply both sides by a negative number here, as you see negative 2 and negative 2 is here, the inequality sign going to change. So it's greater, now it's become less than or equal 8 times negative 2, negative 16. Two more example and this will be end of the video. Let's continue from example 15. Negative 3.5 less than 1.4. So I need to divide both sides by negative 3.5, negative 3.5. So negative 3.5 and negative 3.5. So when you divide it, it will be 1. And because I divide both sides by negative number, I need to change this less than to the big greater than 1 negative. So positive divided by negative, negative. Sorry about that notation. Negative 1.4 over 3.5. So I can enlarge this fraction, so I can multiply numerator and denominator by 10. Or I can multiply this one 10 divided by 10, so it's 1. When I multiply by 1, nothing changed. N is greater than 1.4 times 10, 14, 3.5 times 10, 35. When you simplify by 5, n is greater than negative 2 over 7. So you need to simplify by 7. 14 divided by 7, 2. 35 divided by 7 is 5, not 7, I am sorry. 2 over 5. So there is one more example. Here you need to pay attention on that one a bit. Because this time we don't have negative coefficient. So I'm not going to divide it by negative number. I'm only going to divide by 4. As you see, 4 divided by 4, and I don't have to change this sign. Negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. Why? Because I only divided by positive number. Both sides of inequality positive number. N is greater than negative 2. That's the end of the video. Thanks for listening.